Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today we are going over my low buy for 2023. I also do have a little section of a no buy as well, so a little bit different from my last year low buy, which by the way, if you want to check out and see how I did last year, I'll have it in the cards and also down below in my description. I just feel like having a low buy for me last year really helped with my makeup spending, and I do receive a lot of PR and I don't want to like overgrow my room and like my storage unit. You know, I know my collection is really big for a normal person for sure, not gonna deny that, but this is my job now, and you know, I do have more makeup than average, but I don't want to have like an extensive collection, if that makes sense. So putting myself on a low buy really helps with that. And just a disclaimer, if you haven't watched my last year low buy, that this low buy, you know, my numbers could be really high for some people, but again, this is my job. I love makeup as well, so this is just like my happy medium, if that makes sense. And also I am not counting like PR as my numbers for my low buy. It's just strictly what I'm buying with my own money. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into my low buy. Alright, we got the iPad. This is where I keep track of all of my numbers and the products that I'll be spending. So I'll put up on the screen so you guys know what I'm referring to. But let's start off with my low buy numbers. So the numbers are actually pretty similar to last year, just because I found that those numbers were pretty good for me throughout the year. So I feel like I could do something quite similar this year as well. So starting off with primers, I'm gonna be giving myself 2 for the year. That does sound quite a lot, but I'm thinking more like maybe 1 every 6 months. I do have a lot of primers that I'm currently going through that I want to get through, so I feel like 2 primers is a pretty good amount if you think about it, like every 6 months, if that makes sense. And then also with foundation, I'm also giving myself 2 as well. Same concept, 1 every 6 months, and this is just like my numbers. You know, I don't have to get 2. I could get 0 for the year and that is great, but I'm giving myself some room, you know, to play with because I might want to review something. And there are some foundations I really do want to try. One on the top of my head is the Too Faced Born This Way. That's like one I've been wanting to try for years, so maybe this year might be the year I try it. Who knows? But yeah, foundation 2. Also for concealer, I'm giving myself 2 as well. I don't think I'm gonna hit this one. I feel like I'm just giving myself room again. I probably can only imagine myself like buying 1 new concealer this year, but I mean, who knows? We're only in January. There could be like a viral, really well-loved concealer that comes out this year and I might want to get it. We don't know, we'll see. So 2 concealers for the year as well. And then for loose powder, I'm only gonna give myself 1, just because I do have a lot of loose powders in my collection right now that I'm also trying to get through. And I think with loose powder, I'm just gonna stick to the one that I love, and that one is from Fenty Beauty, the lavender powder. So that one I probably will just purchase once I finish my current one. I don't wanna get any more loose powders. I also have one from Sigma that I really love, so I'm just like trying to get through those for now. So I'm only gonna give myself 1, and that's mainly just for like a backup. But then we move on to eyeshadow. So eyeshadow palettes. Last year I gave myself 4 palettes for the year, and I think that was pretty good. So again, this year I'm gonna be giving myself 4 palettes that I can purchase for the year. My thinking is every season, and because I do receive a lot of ColourPop PR, I don't really find myself purchasing a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I feel like 4 for the year is pretty good, and it makes me think twice of like, what do I really need in my collection? What would be really unique to add in? So I think 4 was a really good number, and I'm just gonna keep sticking with that. Then we come on to blush. Last year I gave myself 6 blushes, and I feel like I could do better. So this year I'm gonna give myself 5 blushes, which is still a lot considering I have so many blushes that I really don't need anymore. But blush is the only thing that I put on my cheeks, and I love a good blush. Like, I don't put bronzer on, I don't put highlighter on my cheeks anymore. It strictly is just blush. So I just have a really big love for blush, and I wanna have room to spend over there. So 5 blushes for the year. I think we can do it. And the last category of my low buy is going to be lips. Last year I gave myself 6 and this year I'm also gonna give myself 6 as well. Again, I felt like it was just a really good number for me, and I feel like with lips, like this is the highest number out of everything. It's just like lips, it could be lip gloss, lipstick, liquid lipstick, like there's just so many different options when it comes to the umbrella of lips, you know. So I'm giving myself 6. I think I can do it. I did it last year. I managed. And these were all of my numbers for the year. This is my low buy section. Now we're gonna move into my no buy. No buy section is definitely a lot smaller. There's only 3 categories I'm putting myself on a no buy on. The first one is pressed powder. I don't need more pressed powders. I have so many in my collection right now that honestly, I think my IT Cosmetics one probably will last me through the entire year, and I love that one. So there's no need to purchase another one, yet I have so many in my collection, so therefore I am putting myself on a no buy for pressed powder. I don't need more pressed powder, okay? Next is bronzer. Like I said, I don't put bronzer on my cheeks anymore. The only thing I really use is contour for my nose and my jawline, and other than that, nothing else. I already have so many contours, so many bronzer palettes. The one I'm currently using right now is from Flower Nose, and it's an all-in-one that will last me for like not even just this year. It'll last me for a few years, honestly. I don't need more bronzers. I just personally don't have use for bronzer, so I'm really gonna like no buy, no bronzer. Like no matter if the packaging's pretty, I don't care. Just don't get it, Judy, okay? Just don't get it. And the last category for no buy, similar to bronzer, is highlighter. Like I said, I don't even put highlighter on my cheeks anymore. I literally just take a dot on my nose here and then a little bit on the bridge. That's it. There's nowhere else this highlighter is going. Also, I could even just use eyeshadow. Even if I finish all the highlighters in my collection, which I probably never will, I could just go in with eyeshadow, boop boop, done and easy. No highlighters for me this year, unless it's something like the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb highlighter where I use that more as eyeshadow. That's a different story. So those 3 categories is what I'm putting myself on a no buy. So pressed powder, bronzer, and highlighter. Those 3, just, I don't need any more, okay? No more, please. And then finally we come into the last category. This is called my wild card. So because I do review makeup for my job, there are some things that I will just have to get for a video. That's just the nature of it. And I feel like this worked really well last year when I did it too. So every month I will give myself 2 wild cards of any purchases, as long as it's like 1 purchase altogether that's gonna count as 1, if that makes sense. So for example, like when I purchased from Moira Cosmetics last year, I counted that as 1 wild card, even though I purchased like 4 blushes, 2 lip products, a powder, etc, etc. That's still gonna count as 1, just because again, this is my dream job that I get to do, and I love playing with makeup. So I think that, you know, 2 a month is not that bad. And even sometimes like last year, I think there were 2 months where I did not use my wild card at all. So it's just like the freedom, you know. I still like don't want to be so strict on like playing with makeup, you know. I feel like makeup is fun. Like you don't need to be so strict with it and like write everything down like I am, but I think just giving myself a bit of room, I think that's a good balance. So yeah, every month will be 2 wild cards. However, in November, because it's Black Friday in November, I'm gonna give myself 3 wild cards in November. Just 1 more wild card, okay? Nothing too crazy, it's not doubled. Just 1 more. Just 1 more won't hurt in November because it's Black Friday. I love a good sale. So with that being said, that pretty much is my low buy, my no buy for 2023. I think I have a pretty good setup. I feel pretty confident about it as well, especially after last year and reviewing everything. I think I did pretty good. I think I can do it again. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was just a little intro to set myself up for success for the year, giving you guys the numbers. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up if you are doing a low buy and no buy as well. Give it a little thumbs up for me. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. I love you, and I'll go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye!